okay?
Yeah. Yeah, but
Everyone can
yours have
play.
turned
This is
into big
this
things
is a
in the past. You got a
participatory
track
sport.
record. Yeah.
But the further west, I think those bridges are actually very busy, and I think to humanize the bridges, I would actually add a bridge or two. Most of the Charles is beautiful. Some of the pieces near the Turnpike interchange
Yeah.
are fairly ugly.
Yeah.
If you put in a roadway bridge as a temporary detour, because they're going
Which
to take
will
those
have to be
bridges
done,
apart,
right?
then you could make that bridge revert to a bicycle bridge after you were done, and everybody could win. But I don't think there's enough I think there is enough space on the Longfellow to really do justice to the pedestrian because of the accident of history that it's preceded by the Big Dig, and the Green Line hopefully is coming online. So that should be fine for this piece of the river.
What about Mem Drive, Memorial Drive? You're skinning it down too?
I would at least calm it some ways. Look at the other end of the Longfellow Bridge, where that beautiful granite walkway leads into a space that you can't go because it's the middle of a highway. I mean, we turned in that freeze frame in the 1950s and 60s, we turned these beautiful parkways into wannabe highways at the expense of the open space. I think it's time to turn that back. And I'm not saying tell the people to go away. I believe in a growing economy. I've spent a fair amount of my time trying to
Yes.
improve access to downtown. But we've got the Grand Junction Railway, we've got the expansion of the Green Line. We should be connecting, extending the Blue Line to connect to the Red Line so you can get to the Mass General Hospital on the T.
So you are kind of saying, leave your car at home, folks.
Yeah, let's shift it to public transportation. If you need your car, that's what the Big Dig is there for.
And do Boston and Cambridge drift apart and become stranger cities?
No, people use public transportation, walk, and, enjoy the river on the way.
I mean, this is a pretty big change. In the life of the Charles, what you're describing is one of those kind of, I don't know,
Well,
epical shifts.
It's our turn. It's our date with history. If you read the Hagelin book, it's incredible
Again and
how
again.
the river has veered from an industrial sewer for the slaughterhouses
Right?
to the beautiful esplanades that we enjoy today. This is a chance to to escalate the beauty and the green side of it.
Is it a 20-year process? Is it a 10-year, a 30? What?
I think it's a 20-year process, but it begins now. The balloon is up now with how the Longfellow will be rebuilt. The balloon is up now with whether we do the Green Line extension with a pedestrian connection that's reasonable by taming, don't call it McGrath and O'Brien Highway, that justifies the mistake. The cars on McGrath and O'Brien belong over on I-93, make that a boulevard, make that a park-like connection between the Fells and the Charles. Let me be blatant. The environmental impact statement on the Green Line extension is available as of tomorrow. Everybody here who cares about it could pick it up and write a comment letter and demand that as part of the making the Leechmere Station relocation over into that railroad yard acceptable in Cambridge, calm down McGrath and O'Brien.
They say
Do what
Renata's
the mayor-
difficult to refuse, but you may be tougher. Fred.
Well, no, I'm trying to convince Renata to take this one up. Then I can go rest.
And
The rest will be easy. All I got to do is sell Renata, and I'm home free.
our ding-ding time's up is ringing, but tell us, your father learned to swim in this river. What's the future for swimming in the Charles? How much? When? By whom?
Well, I'll go back to my friend John DeVillers. He argued that it should be swimmable in 5 years, over 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So we're getting close. And one of my students, former students, Ula Hester, is part of that annual swim. I was going to go this year, but I'm not in the city this year. But next year, I'm going to be in there.
Promise? Promise?
I'll
All
be
right.
there next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Fred Salvucci in the drink next year. And look, for this 20 years of radical change, and for many welcome change that Fred's describing, it's a thrill and an honor to be here with you all. What a gorgeous day. Congratulations on 10 years of great work. And Fred, thank you very much for your time here today.
Thank you so much.